Mississippi, a couple of states tied together through history and a couple of schools that share some common ground are going to lock horns once again in the battle for the Golden Boot. A live look at D.W. Reynolds Razorback Stadium. It's the LSU Tigers and the Arkansas Razorbacks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and we are keeping a close eye on the weather, along with help from Holly Rowe.
This is a bright and beautiful day, but I can tell you the temperature is chilly.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Out wide right, it's Brown. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
In college football, you see this a ton now. And you use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Tells the run, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Right side, it's Harris. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Tigers look to keep this drive humming. Running to the left. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. To the air, it's Levitt. Throws to the tight end. Got there right as the ball did, jarred it loose, it'll be 3rd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got it in stride inside the 20. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. Run in the red zone, it's Durham. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Calls his own number, and he won't. They'll start on the ground with Durham. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. They'll run the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 50. Past the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, LSU!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Running inside. It's Berry. past the 6. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
The Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Out wide right, it's Watkins. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. And the Tigers, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Here's a give to Durham. Maybe some room here. And he's tackled, brought down at the 19. They're into the red zone with another first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Tried to set up the screen, and the defense wasn't having it.
And that went nowhere fast. And first down is a good time to run a screen. Try to catch them being a little bit aggressive and maybe thinking about a little bit of run and making people attack and run downhill. But the screen pass did not fool anybody. Nice discipline by the defense.
Fires quickly. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Looking to pass. It's Levitt. Unleashes to the end zone. Pass is broken up. Incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
On that third down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
Needs it here on 4th down. It's incomplete. First play of this drive. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. A snap, lost a throw to start this drive. Got it in the middle, it's Browns. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Left side, it's Thomas. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. Wants to throw on first. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Handoff, Caden Durham. On his feet at the 40. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. That is no good. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Under pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you've got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
This rivalry picked up steam when the Razorbacks joined the SEC, and man, some of the names that have had moments: Darren McFadden, Felix Jones, Matt Jones, Joe Burrow, Justin Jefferson, all of it over a Golden Boot.
And been playing since 1901. You think about all the great rivalries in college football, especially in the South. This is one of the best ones here. Not always have been in the same conference, but they played a lot of times, David, and it gets hot every time they meet up.
Yeah, and the boot is the shape of Arkansas with the shape of Louisiana, so obviously close proximity, bragging rights on the line.
If they don't pick up this third down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. Looking for a man. It's Levin. Working the middle, it's complete. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's, it's about the Jimmies and the Joes, and when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
They'll need a bunch on second down. From the gun, it's Durham. He'll move it ahead and a good productive play on the ground. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Here's Durham one more time. Across the 35. Finds a crease at the 20. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Running the red zone, it's Durham. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Right side, it's Brown. Touchdown, LS! Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Some rivalries forged in excellence, some in geographical proximity, and that's what we had once the Razorbacks joined the SEC. Someone had the brilliant idea, we need a big golden boot that looks like the two states, and it's one of the most hotly contested rivalry games of the year.
And big is the right word. It's 4 feet tall. It's 200.
Makes the grab in their space. Nice pick up there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. His offense lines up awfully good after that big play. Here's a give to Durham. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Dropping back, it's Levin. Out wide left, it's Durham. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Quick give. It's Hall. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that...
Gashing the knee on the right. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Looks as if he's going to run it. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. And the Tigers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hall. Swamped immediately.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like...
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But, hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
Just steamrolling the defense. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. LSU looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They'll ride the hot hand. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Hits inside, it's Hall. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the fourth quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football. Man, this has been impressive.
He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be first and goal from the 8. There is joy all